Episode of their show, Windy City Live. They were amazing to me. They made me feel like, well, like the queen of the universe. I've never been a happier guest. They even brought in a man, my husband's favorite meal is carbonara. They even brought in this wonderful chef to make me carbonara on the show. It was adorable. They let us bring our cameras behind the scenes at their show. Check us out.
Rachel Ray.
Please welcome Rachel Ray.
So you gotta love this, the live audience feel. I mean, it's
fabulous.
Something you're used to every day, right?
We go way back. I saw them in the hall.
Oh, I love Rachel. She's awesome. She inspired me to start cooking. I never cooked before. I actually hated to cook. I caught one of her shows one day and just started cooking after that and watching it every single day.
Heck yeah!
We have an audience full of super fans who have been.
Number one! Cheers, family!
Hey, you guys want to take a group picture?
Yeah!
You guys want to take a group picture?
Yeah. Say cheese! Cheese! Take them! Bye! Thank you, guys!
We'll see you again soon in Chicago. We love you, and we'll see you when we see you. Bye.
Coming up next on News Channel 5 at noon, new details in a Martin County double shooting, the latest from a news conference that just wrapped up, and the latest on removing that barge from the Fort Pierce Inlet. We're back in just 30 seconds with local coverage you can count on.
Class Bluegrass is coming to Yesteryear Village at the South Florida Fairgrounds, featuring the new queen of bluegrass, Rhonda Vincent.
Raging live for you tonight.
Grammy nominees, the Boxcars, and many more. Bluegrass Spring Music Jam this weekend at the South Florida Fairgrounds.
Need a new mattress? Come to El Dorado and shop Florida's largest mattress selection.
We begin this midday with a developing story. We have just learned no charges have been filed against the man who officials say shot two people at the Jensen Beach Causeway. News Channel 5's Katie Johnson joins us live from the Martin County Sheriff's Office, where a news conference just wrapped up. Katie?
Well, that's right. The sheriff literally just wrapping up that press conference moments ago. We actually just stepped outside to do this live shot. Here's what we're learning right now, that yesterday underneath the Jensen Beach Causeway, a man, Joshua Anderson from Port St. Lucie, he's a retired U.S. Army veteran. He's also disabled, was fishing there with his family. He also had a pistol on him, and he had a permit for that pistol, according to Sheriff Snyder here. Two men were actually two homeless men who are known to frequent the Jensen Beach Causeway, were fighting, and they were actually fighting with a woman there, one of the men's girlfriends, and we're told that they pushed that woman onto the ground. So Anderson tried to break up this fight, tried to protect this woman, and when he tried to intervene here, that's when these two men ganged up on him, according to the sheriff. Anderson telling the two men, "I have a gun, please stop." They didn't stop. They continued to try to fight with him, and that's when we're told by the sheriff here that he actually shot both of them in the torso. These two men taken to Lawnwood Regional Medical Center right now in critical but stable condition, and the sheriff telling us today that Anderson is not facing any charges. He said that this was justifiable and it was self-defense. We're going to continue to cover this story and find out the latest details on it and try to reach out to Anderson, but that's the latest here from the Martin County Sheriff's Office. Katie Johnson for WPTV News Channel 5.
From Martin County to West Palm Beach, police are looking for the person who shot off a gun in a neighborhood last night. They say it appears a stray bullet hit a 14-year-old girl walking on North Sapodilla Street near 7th Street. Now, this happened at about 9 last night. Police say a number of people were at the park when the shooting happened, but none are talking to police right now. The girl's expected to be okay, but anyone with any information that can lead to an arrest, call Crime Stoppers, the number at the bottom of your screen. A sunken barge still at the bottom of the Fort Pierce Inlet, but crews are now working around the clock to get it out. The Army Corps of Engineers says divers will be in the water day and night, and News Channel 5's Chris Stewart near the inlet with what crews say they need to get the job done.
We're now take a look behind me here near the mouth of the Fort Pierce Inlet. You can see where crews have been working through the night, continuing to work on the wreckage that's below the barge you're looking at right now. The tides have been a huge hurdle for the divers here up to this point. So now crews are kicking things into high gear. They're working 24 hours a day. During the daytime, they can only do so much. They say they can get a lot more done during the night. Now, before they can get the wreckage out of here and to open this inlet again, what crews need to do is get underneath it and then run lines below it. That way they'll be able to pull it up, and that's what divers are doing right now. You remember this barge sank to the bottom of the inlet last month. It was being towed in because of leaks at the time. There is still no timetable on when exactly the job is going to be done, but up until the job is finished, it is going to be limited access for boaters in this area. In Fort Pierce, Chris Stewart, WPTV News Channel 5.
Now, Storm Team 5 with South Florida's most accurate weather forecast.
Good afternoon, everyone. A quick look at the Jensen Beach camera and a very nice day along our area beaches today. Lots of folks out enjoying spring break or just hanging out maybe for their lunch break on the beach today. That's a pretty cool thing to do. Here's what we're looking at temperature-wise. 80 degrees right now in Vero Beach and about the same in Sebastian. We have 80 in Belglade, 79 Fort Pierce, 82 West Palm, about 79 degrees down in Boca. We're already right around our average or above our average highs for this time of year. It's going to get even warmer this afternoon. Got some chances for rain and a cold front in the forecast. We'll talk about it coming up.
Let's get to a developing story now and still breaking details out of this one. 17 tourists and 2 attackers are dead after gunmen stormed a museum in Tunisia today and opened fire. Tunisia's Interior Ministry says that the suspects took hostages at the Bardo Museum in Tunis. Security forces have now secured that complex, surrounded it, but others were able to escape the museum and were taken away in ambulances. A government spokesman blamed the incident on what he calls Islamists. Police in Japan investigating multiple death threats made to U.S. Ambassador to Japan, Caroline Kennedy. Investigators say a man called the American Embassy in Tokyo several times last month, saying he was going to kill Kennedy. They say the caller also threatened to kill Alfred Magleby, the U.S. Consul General in Okinawa. The report comes on the heels of the attack on U.S. Ambassador Mark Lippert, in South Korea earlier this month. There's new information from that chain reaction crash in western Palm Beach County yesterday. Now we know the identities of the 4 people killed. They were all from Miami, a 39-year-old woman, 2 teenage boys, and a teen girl. 2 others were hurt, one with critical injuries, and troopers say a trailer became detached from a semi that was in the middle of US 27 near South Bay. They say 3 other vehicles then hit the trailer or slammed into each other. A lawsuit has been filed against ride-sharing service Uber and one of its drivers over an accident. A motorcycle rider was hurt when he was hit by an Uber driver last month in Jupiter. Now, the drivers insure themselves, and Uber doesn't consider them employees, which may limit the company's liability. The crash also happened before the county entered into an agreement with Uber, so at this time, the company was considered to be operating illegally. Uber has not commented, saying the company has not seen the lawsuit. Right now, the state attorney is investigating into the city council race in Loxahatchee Groves. Our cameras were there rolling as Councilman Ryan Liang was sworn in last night, even as half the audience turned its back on him.
Against our charter. I will leave because this is totally embarrassing.
He's a disgrace. This whole process is a disgrace. It's an embarrassment to our town.
Now, this all stems from Councilman Liang's mother. Opponents say she illegally requested absentee ballots for people she didn't know in a tight race decided by just 9 votes. Liang's attorney says what she did is a separate issue, but the mayor says the Attorney General and Florida Department of Law Enforcement may also get involved with this investigation. Indian River County says it's going to go to federal court to try to block All Aboard Florida. The county's attorney says it plans to argue against more than $1 billion in bond money the U.S. government is making available for the project. It's a move that could cost the county more than $600,000. All right, there is a big development in a Contact 5 investigation. The state has dropped its case against the director of Hippocrates Health Institute, Brian Clement. We've reported on the vegan guru's claims to be able to reverse cancer, and lawsuits filed by former employees claim he was practicing medicine. Just last month, the state had slapped Clement and his wife with orders to stop practicing medicine because neither are medical doctors. But yesterday, The state reversed course, saying there is insufficient evidence to pursue legal action. In a statement, Clement said the state's action to remove the charges demonstrates what they've said, that they are licensed nutritionists who have not and do not practice medicine. If you want to read that entire statement, go to WPTV.com and click on the investigation tab. New plans to deepen and widen the Lake Worth Inlet will be discussed tomorrow afternoon at the port. Now, after the first proposal for the project was defeated, meetings were held with Palm Beach and other municipalities to come up with a modified plan. Now, according to our news partners at the Palm Beach Daily News, that new plan calls for a depth of 33 feet and the widening of the inlet in certain areas. Now, even if, though, this modified plan is approved, there isn't funding until Congress officially signs off on the project. Animal rescuers say they have seen an increase in injured wildlife over the past few days, and they're just urging you, use caution while you're out to sea or on the beach. About a dozen pelicans are now being nursed back to health at the Bush Wildlife Sanctuary in Jupiter. 4 of them brought in yesterday, most injured beaks and wings after becoming tangled in fishing lines. Dave Hitzig, the executive director, says most are not intentionally hurt, but the injuries are preventable. When fishermen snag a pelican, he says they should reel them in and remove the hook.
Happens a lot of times, people just cut the line and let the bird fly off, and that many times is a death sentence to the pelican.
Hitzig says he's also seen manatees with propeller scars. He says the best way to prevent animal injuries is just pay more attention when fishing. The foreclosure auction slated for the Indian River Mall today is delayed. A large part of the 737,000 square foot mall was to be auctioned online. Instead, it is now rescheduled for May 12th. The Dillards, JCPenney, Macy's, and Sears in this mall, they are not part of the sale. All right, breastfeeding, could it be linked to higher intelligence later in life? Going to tell you about the study that's making this connection. And it turns out those credit cards you're using to save cash on gas might be hurting you in the long run. We'll tell you how. We're back in just 60 seconds with more local coverage.
Hello, Jupiter to Cuesta. I need some help with my air conditioning.
Quick, efficient home repair is reason to celebrate.
Recently, there's been a recall on metal-on-metal hip implants by various manufacturers. Some signs of problems may include pain, swelling, grinding, popping, or even loss of function. Even without these symptoms, some serious health risks may occur. My name is Mark Anajar from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. If you've had any of these implants installed, you may be entitled to compensation for pain and suffering. Please call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE for a consultation.
Hello, Jupiter to Cuesta. I need some help with my plumbing.
Quick, efficient home repair is reason to celebrate.
Get to a health alert now. A long-term study, a new one, is linking breastfeeding and intelligence. Researchers in Brazil followed almost 3,500 babies from all social classes, and they found those who breastfed longer scored higher on IQ tests as adults. They were also more likely to attend college and earn a higher salary. Scientists admit there are many factors that affect intelligence, but the study tried to rule out the impact of a mother's education, family income, and birth weight. A credit card in your wallet that you use to save money on gas, boy, it could be hurting you in the long run if you're not using it. According to a new survey by creditcards.com, gas station branded credit cards are not a good deal for most of us. Found the average interest rate is 24%, far above the average 15% for general purpose credit cards. The survey also found the rewards on gas cards are minimal at best. Facebook has added a new money transfer feature to its Messenger app, letting users send and receive money transfers from friends. A user's account is linked to their Visa or MasterCard debit card, making transfers easy and paperless. The new feature will become available over the next few months. Well, a very unlikely person was arrested for a laser pointing incident in an airport. It happened in our state. I'll tell you who was arrested. And the Donald in the Oval Office, what Mr. Trump did today that might have many taking that idea seriously.
It's the newest and sweetest ticket deal to Sunfest. It's 5 for $12. Purchase a 5-day pass for $60. That's just $12 a day to see all the action. So what's the catch? There's a limited number available. Go to sunfest.com or a TD Bank location in Palm Beach or Martin counties while supplies last. Get this goodbye before it goes bye-bye.
When it's 5 o'clock, you need to know what's happening right now. Getting you breaking news first. Tracking and alerting you before the storm moves in. WPTV News Channel 5 at 5.
What we really need is a new jet ski.
No way. The garage is crammed and there's no room.
Honey.
It won't fit. Absolutely not.
Want more? Give more. Goodwill.
Devonshire at PGA National is getting a fresh new look. Our Palm Beach Gardens community has elegant new apartment finishes, plus plans for exciting community improvements. Come and see why we're Southeast Florida's premier retirement destination.
I have lived here for 15 years. I have never looked back. Never a worry, never a concern. I'm enjoying life very, very much. And that makes me happy.
When you have all the services that we have, it just leaves you free to have your own life. That's what puts value in life.
You certainly have the peace of mind, and I think that has a real value. We're in the place we want to be.
Call for your free brochure and learn about new pricing at Devonshire. Apartment homes are selling quickly, so call today.
I hated having missing teeth, but I wanted high-quality care I could afford. I got it all at the Ferber Dental Group. Implants from $4.99 and highly skilled dentists. Now, I got a great smile when I choose to use it.
We'll have you smiling again. 8889-FERBER. 8889-FERBER.
What we really need is a new jet ski.
No way. The garage is crammed and there's no room.
Honey.
It won't fit. Absolutely not.
Want more? Give more. Goodwill.
Closed captioning on WPTV is sponsored by Bethesda Health.
12:13 right now. This employee at MacDill Air Force Base in Tampa has been arrested and charged with pointing a handheld laser at an aircraft. William Polson, who serves as the historian for the 6th Air Mobility Wing, was arrested Friday night. Police say he pointed that laser at the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office helicopter. Helicopter, by the way, searching for a suspect when it was hit with that laser light. Covering news across America, jurors in the Boston Marathon bombing trial have been shown 2 pipe bombs thrown at police by Dzhokhar Tsarnaev and his brother as they tried to flee days after the deadly 2013 attack. A Massachusetts state trooper described the devices on the stand today. Tsarnaev, by the way, facing the possibility of the death penalty for carrying out twin bombings near the finish line with his brother. 3 people died and more than 260 were injured. Police say 3 brothers, ages 1, 5, and 12, were stabbed to death and a mother and sister injured in a North Carolina home last night. When officers arrived, they encountered an 18-year-old suspect holding a machete-style knife. Officers described the scene as horrific, as you can imagine. They say it was not a random incident and believe he was a neighbor. The suspect is being held in jail on $1 million bond. Part-time Palm Beacher Donald Trump says he may run for president. He says he's forming a presidential exploratory committee, allowing him to begin raising money and hiring staff as he weighs a White House bid. The Republican said in a statement that he's the only one who can make America truly great again. Trump says he would not renew his contract with NBC for his reality show, The Apprentice.
Now, Storm Team 5 with South Florida's most accurate weather forecast.
Good afternoon again, everyone. Well, Chopper 5 got some cool pictures of dolphins. Let me get out of the way so you can see this. Cool pictures of dolphins hanging out right off of Jupiter there, chasing some fish around. They eat fish and squid and crustaceans, and those are some big ones there. They can get up to about 12 feet and 400 to 800 pounds or so. There's a couple right in there hanging out together. They're so fast, so cool. It's nice to have the only chopper in the area. You get some really neat stuff. All right, let me show you what's happening right now weather-wise. If you take a look at this is Clear Lake in West Palm Beach. Look how glassy it looks. That's because there's not much wind around today. So we're heating up and heating up and heating up without much relief from the heat because we don't have the kind of breeze we've had over the past couple of days. Temperatures right now climbing to around 80 in Vero and Sebastian, 77 Okeechobee, although we started at about 61 in Okeechobee today. 81 Port St. Lucie, 80 in Jupiter right now. Hobe Sound coming in at about 75, but 82 in Boynton and about 79 degrees in Boca right now, 80 in Belle Glade. So high pressure sinking down to the south. We've got a bit of a cold front trying to ease its way down the peninsula today, but it's kind of dying out at the same time, so won't have much of an impact on us. Winds, well, we kind of have a bit of a westerly flow here, so things kind of pushing over toward the east coast, but there's a little bit of a sea breeze starting to build. You can kind of see it right in there. So we got a little bit of wind from both directions here and there, and some clouds around for the afternoon hours, but rain chances are extremely low, only about a 10% chance for rain or less through the afternoon. So we could see an isolated shower or two, but that's about it. Now, tomorrow, more moisture starts to build back in. There's 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, and you'll see what happens as we get to the afternoon tomorrow. We could see a few showers popping up. We went with about a 20% chance for rain tomorrow. Actually, we're going to boost that chance a little bit. So 10% chance for today, and actually going to bump this up to about a 20% chance for tomorrow and Friday, about a 30% chance on Saturday, 20% chance on Sunday. So a nice beach day today. The surf about ankle high, rip current risk is low. Our high temperatures getting up into the mid-80s. Some light winds out of the west-southwest. Pretty humid, though, as moisture continues to increase. Tonight, temperatures in the 60s. We could see a little patchy fog develop overnight. And then as we get into tomorrow and Friday, very similar conditions. Rain chances just increasing a little bit as we head into the weekend. A few showers around Saturday and Sunday. It's possible we could see a weak cold front move through the area on Monday, and our temperatures would drop a bit on Tuesday.
All right, it's Wednesday. You know what time it is. Time to answer your common medical questions. Joining me, News Channel 5's medical expert, Dr. David Soria. He is the chief of emergency medicine at Wellington Regional Medical Center. And boy, we've seen a lot of man-o-war on the beaches. They wash up, they're there. You know, people new to the area like, what the heck is this? But when they're in the water, those stings can hurt.
They do.
My first question is, what to do if you're stung by a man-of-war?
Yeah, now we talked a little bit about this last week when we were speaking of jellyfish, and there's a lot of similarities. The difference is that on the jellyfish, the nematocysts are on the body, whereas on the man-o-war, the tentacles that hover below the surface, those are covered with those stingers, and those you can't see. And so even though you think you're avoiding the body, the waves and the splashes can actually whip you with the tentacles, so it's very important. Now the treatment is the same, essentially. You want to deactivate. You want to use vinegar or salt water or baking soda, put it on there and let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes. Do not use fresh water. It makes it worse. It can actually swell the nematocysts and cause the stinging or the toxins to get into your body, so don't do that. Then you want to remove those nematocysts. You want to put either shaving cream or a sandy paste on top of the area that's affected, and take like a credit card or something with a sharp edge and just kind of shave them off. After that, and they're removed, then you're just going to have an itchy, burning rash. You can use Benadryl, calamine lotion, Motrin, things like that, right? And then the age-old question is what, Mike?
You know, yes, do you urinate on them?
Exactly. I wanted you to say it this time. No, the fact is I don't know where it came from. It's some old wives' tale. It does not help. It actually can make it worse. So don't have to do that,
Make it worse. Doctor, that's what everybody's thinking out there, so I had to ask it. On to my next question, though. Coconut oil, can that help Alzheimer's patients?
You know, coconut oil is becoming the new in oil. There's plenty of studies and certainly anecdotal cases that show that it's beneficial in Alzheimer's and the health and the benefit of demented patients, and not only preventing it, but also actually helping it once you have it along. Now, it is a oil that has no trans fat, it has no cholesterol, and actually been beneficial in several things outside of brain health. It's a good antioxidant. It actually bolsters energy by helping thyroid. It actually helps the insulin function in your body. It improves the HDL, or the good cholesterol, in your body, and then actually is good for your hair and nails, which a lot of women and all of us like. So the reality is that the theory behind it is it's the ketones that are the breakdown products of the oil itself that have been shown to be beneficial in brain function, although we don't know too much about it, but more and more studies are showing that it's beneficial. And what you want to buy, folks, is the non-hydrogenated, virgin, organic version of it, and that's been shown to be the most beneficial.
Coconut oil. We love having you
Yeah.
in, Doctor. You learn something every day. You talk to Dr. David Soria. If you have a question for him, go to our website, WPTV.com. Click on the health link. Just scroll down to the right-hand side. You'll see that form right there. We'll be right back after this.
At Pollo Tropical, an explosion of citrus-marinated shrimp makes life better under the palm. Dive into our grilled shrimp Tropi Chop, made with tender shrimp and your choice of fresh toppings. Get a grilled shrimp Tropi Chop with drink today, just $5.69. Pollo Tropical, life's better under the palm.
I really shouldn't. No, you know what? I should. And I will. I deserve this. I'm a BOGO findin', weekly ad flippin', couponin' mastermind. Who's saving big time? This girl. Can I help you? Indeed. This queen of savings deserves a reward.
A cannoli, please.
The weekly ad, BOGOs, and coupons. 3 easy ways to save at the same place you love to shop. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Need a new mattress? Come to El Dorado and shop Florida's largest mattress selection.
I see an F-150 barreling down the road, and he's on his cell phone texting, and he didn't stop and went right into the back of my car. I couldn't go back to work, and I was wondering every month, how am I going to pay the bills? How am I going to pay the bills?
A different law firm couldn't get Cliff what he deserved, so we took over.
They don't treat you like someone off the street. They take you, hold you, and guide you through the whole process.
Call Kogan and DeSalvo now.
The world is filled with air. But for people with COPD, sometimes breathing air can be difficult. If you have COPD, ask your doctor about once daily Anoro Ellipta. It helps people with COPD breathe better for a full 24 hours. Anoro Ellipta is the first FDA-approved product containing 2 long-acting bronchodilators in 1 inhaler. Anoro is not for asthma. Anoro contains a type of medicine that increases risk of death in people with asthma. It is not known if this risk is increased in COPD. Anoro won't replace rescue inhalers for sudden COPD symptoms and should not be used more than once a day. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure. Tell your doctor if you have glaucoma, prostate or bladder problems, or problems passing urine, as Anoro may make these problems worse. Call your doctor right away if you have worsened breathing, chest pain, swelling of your mouth or tongue, problems urinating, or eye problems, including vision changes or eye pain while taking Anoro. Nothing can reverse COPD. The world is filled with air, and Anoro is helping people with COPD breathe air better. Get your first prescription free at Anoro.com.
At Pollo Tropical, an explosion of citrus-marinated shrimp makes life better under the palm. Dive into our grilled shrimp Tropi Chop, made with tender shrimp and your choice of fresh toppings. Get a grilled shrimp Tropi Chop with drink today, just $5.69. Pollo Tropical, life's better under the palm.
HD News on WPTV is sponsored by Stanley Steamer.
You know, research has proven that it's very important to get the whole family together for dinner, and the recipe that they're making today in the test kitchen will help you do just that. Howard in the test kitchen has much more.
Research has proven that sitting down and eating a meal as a family is so important. So if soccer practice, dance rehearsals, and other stuff makes getting together for dinner seem impossible, then let me share a recipe with you that'll bring everyone together. We start by mixing together a can of cream of chicken soup with some mayo and a few seasonings. Then we toss in some cooked cut-up chicken, cooked rice, chopped celery, and a cup of frozen peas that we've thawed. Once that's mixed, we spoon it into a casserole dish and finish it off with some coarsely crushed potato chips before baking it off. We could even get this ready a day ahead and cook it off right before everyone gets home. And when you serve this bubbling hot, let me tell you, it'll be the highlight of your day. So what do you say you go online and get the recipe for what we call everyday chicken casserole? So you'll have an easy meal on those nights when a good family dinner seems almost impossible. I'm Howard of the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found an all-in-one pan way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Always looks so good.
Wow.
Making me hungry, man. I need to get some lunch.
That's because we have this show around lunchtime.
I know, right? All right.
Yeah.
A hot day yesterday. How about the rest of today?
Yeah, the rest of today, mid-80s. Tomorrow and Friday, about the same. This is well above average for this time of year. Rain chances will pick up a tiny bit tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Highest chances for rain will be Monday, and we could see a cold front move through on Monday, and that would bring us some slightly cooler temperatures for the middle of next week, which will make some people happy because they aren't quite ready for summer yet, skipping spring altogether.
Yeah, I would say so. Boy, spring, I'm so glad spring is sprung because that thaw, we're going to thaw out from all the cold
we are down here, yeah.
Anyway.
Up north, they're happy, that's for sure.
Thanks for joining us this Wednesday. We'll see you later.
It's the I-95 RV show in Port St. Lucie. You'll save thousands on a new or used RV. Like this new Winnebago Ultralight, discounted to just $203 per month. The I-95 RV show is going on now at La Mesa RV in Port St. Lucie.
Don't let an insurance company deprive you of money in your injury case. As a lawyer who used to represent insurance companies, I know what it takes to get the money you deserve. Before you talk to them, talk to me. KB Wagner, trust experience.
Do you have loose or missing teeth? Do you cover your mouth when you laugh? Appearance Implants of Jupiter can give you the smile you've always wanted. Call now to schedule your free implant consultation. We have helped thousands of people like you feel confident and secure. And with fees this low, you'll have lots to smile about. Why wait any longer to have the smile you've always wanted? Call now to schedule your free implant consultation. Appearance Implants of Jupiter. Quality dentistry at affordable prices.
Expect more from your school. More caring, more commitment, more success. Many schools see students as a number. Renaissance Charter School at Summit sees your child. All students are unique individuals. Together, we'll develop personal learning plans and offer a nurturing environment that focuses on your child. Renaissance Charter School at Summit on Summit Boulevard in West Palm. Expect more. Apply online today at recssummit.org.
Life in the Palm Beaches is moving faster than ever. It's be here, do this. Did you see that? How do you stay one step ahead? Introducing the all-new PalmBeachPost.com. Totally redesigned and completely reimagined. A new way to connect you to what's happening in the Palm Beaches right now. The latest news and what everyone's talking about. Visit the new PalmBeachPost.com today. Local news now.
For many people considering bankruptcy, understanding their options may not always be easy. Federal law allows you to file for bankruptcy under Chapter 7 or Chapter 13. Both may get rid of unsecured debts and stop foreclosures, repossessions, and garnishments. But there are significant differences between the two. I'm Larry Levine. If you're considering bankruptcy, be well informed about how you may eliminate much of your debt while protecting your home, car, and other property. Call us for a consultation.
So, you love to shop here, right? I want to show you how much fun it is to save here. There are hundreds of deals around the store. Check out the weekly ad. The best deals are right here. Publix is like a BOGO bonanza. BOGO, BOGO, BOGO. We love BOGOs. Don't forget the coupons. You can even clip digital coupons online, and you're a savings pro. So, why shop anywhere else? Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Don't let an insurance company deprive you of money in your injury case. As a lawyer who used to represent insurance companies, I know what it takes to get the money you deserve. Before you talk to them, talk to me. KB Wagner, trust experience.
It's the I-95 RV show in Port St. Lucie. You'll save thousands on a new or used RV. Like this new Fleetwood Discovery diesel pusher, discounted over $99,000. The I-95 RV show is going on now at La Mesa RV in Port St. Lucie.
Ask America. I'm Bill Bellamy, and we have 4 amazing people from all across the country on their webcams trying to win up to $35,000. So let's meet them. From St. Louis, Missouri, give it up to Steve. From West Palm Beach, Florida, it's Tara. From Columbia, Tennessee, go Donna, go Donna, go Donna. From Tarzana, California, it's Cece. Welcome, everybody. We ask America their opinions on a bunch of fun topics. All you have to do is guess what America said and you win the big money. If you're ready to have some fun, say yeah. All right, let's get this party started. The first question is worth $100 and has two possible answers. The answers are his income, his waistline. And the question is, when it comes to their husband, what do wives say has grown more since they've been married? His income, his waistline. All right, let's go to St. Louis, Missouri, and welcome my new friend, Steve. Steve,